and we have something very, very special that we're doing this afternoon. Well, it's an MOT that I'm doing on it, but spin the camera around there, Laura. So we got Laura, the wife, she's camera woman today.
Hello.
Camera person. I must correct myself there. Camera person. And yeah, because Timmy's off this week. So as you can see, so this is the Lotus Evora. Did I get that right, Laura?
Yeah.
I did.
You did.
Lotus Evora. It's in for MOT. Now we must stress that this car doesn't belong to the police. It's not, it doesn't belong to Devon and Cornwall. It belongs to Lotus, and it's been loaned to Devon and Cornwall Police. So just want to get that out of the way before people start saying that, oh my God, is that what all the money's been spent on, etc. No, it doesn't belong to them. They've just been loaned it for 12 months for engagement with car owners, at the shows, which is what sort of thing that, we're sort of like involved with to a certain extent, I suppose. But cracking car now, it's had all the Battenberg livery put on it. This is first MOT, so it's not done very many miles. We can't film the MOT, obviously that's not something which you can do. Can't record it, so we wouldn't do that anyway. So it's just a quick vid, just to show you what we're up to today. So it's a privilege actually to be asked to do this. So Owen's a good friend of mine. Owen's he's a petrol. He's got a Mark II Focus RS. He's put into that as well. But you would have seen the car on certain videos when George, GC and the PT. They've done a video on this already. When they first sort of like revealed it, it went to that school. Was it Honiton? I think it was. When we watched that, where all the children give their views on what they thought of it. They love this sort of thing, like how fast it's go and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, great. So it's just purely for engagement. That's it. Obviously, Owen will be able to tell you a bit more about it. We'll get him down here in a second. You can have a chat. He's just having some lunch at the moment. But yeah, so we just thought we would get a quick video out of the way first before I start logging on for MOT. Then I need to. I'll be busy cracking on with this. There's not a hell of a lot to see underneath. I'm not going to take it up in here and show you. Obviously, there's no need for that. But Lotus is all enclosed underneath for aero. So it's a little bit different when you're MOTing one of these. You can only see what you can see. You can't go taking panels off and all that sort of stuff. So there's a different sort of way of certain things you wouldn't test because you can't see it. So it is what it is. All right. But as you can see, look, carbon fibre roof, carbon fibre tailgate. Front there, come around to the rear door. You can see that lovely lower, which I think is Tyler. It's supercharged. So it's a 3.5 litre supercharged. It's 410, which is 410 horsepower. That's why it's called that. As you can see, it's GT 410 Sport. That's what it means. So it's a sort of V6 that they fitted in the Camry, I think, like an evolved version of that. But yeah, it looks cracking, sounds cracking, lots of carbon on it. When you drove in here, it was like, wow. So first time I've seen it in the flesh. We've not seen it. We've only seen it on the videos like everybody else that we know.
Yeah.
We've not seen it
Lovely.
at all, but it looks, even from the front, it looks cracking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got all the blues and twos, I think. I assume it's got the sirens. I imagine so. But it is purely for engagement. It's not out there chasing you around the streets and pulling you over and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, it can, if necessary, but it's not for that. Okay, so obviously people don't want to be getting the wrong idea about this car. But yeah, an absolute privilege to carry out an MOT test on it. Fantastic. I'm probably the only one. I will be the only one that will be carrying out an MOT test outside of Lotus. Lotus will obviously do it themselves. The car belongs to them. But fantastic. That's why I thought we've got to do a video on it because, yeah, it's a one-off, isn't it? And Owen asked me to do it, and of course I'm going to do it. Even DVSA, vehicle examiners that obviously they're the ones that all the rules are made by, and we have to uphold to that. So, MOT testing stations are carried out on behalf of DVSA. So that's what we're. Being able to do this, they'd find that quite exciting as well, I would have thought. So, but yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go and grab Owen in a second when he's finished his scoffing his sandwich down his neck, and then we'll get some views off him because he knows more about this car than me. I mean, he's the one who's arranged it all, and he's the one who's driving it around. So, without further ado, let's go and grab him. See you in a bit. Right. So as I promised, I was going to go in. I have grabbed Owen. There he is, look. You can see. Hello. He's finished his sandwich now. He's just brushing all the crumbs off as he's come down. But as I said, guys and girls, now I've talked about this car. Set this in for an MOT. I'm going to obviously be carrying that out shortly, but we thought we would get a video done first. That's just a recap. Owen knows more about the car than what I do and what it's for. I know it's for driver engagement, for the engagement for the community, for the showing and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'll do the MOT afterwards. But I want to tell you a little bit more about it. You've probably already heard some of it for viewers that have seen it on George's channel.
You said it passed the MOT already.
Oh, right. Hang on. Yeah, we don't know that yet, but that's right. Yeah,
I'm not bringing it back.
No, he might have to get alternative transport home. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll give a little outline about the car and what it's for. I have in O&O obviously just enhanced this, that the car doesn't belong to Devon and Cornwall Police. It is loaned to them from Lotus UK, and that's fact, all right? So just thought I'd get that out of the way at the moment. So here we are. So over to Owen, just give us a brief outline. That's all, mate, and what's happening with it?
So yeah, the car doesn't belong to us. It's loaned to us for a year by Lotus. We don't pay for the loan. We don't maintain the car. They do all that, probably because they don't want us playing with it. They send us tyres. They do everything for it. So there's no cost to us whatsoever on it, and we just put the livery and the lights on. It's got a full light fit on it, but that's largely for our own protection, because when we're taking it to shows, we come across things, and the last thing we want to be doing is sitting on the A30 in the rain with no lights or anything on the car. So yeah, it's got a full light fit on it. And you know, a lot of the lights and that were donated by the companies that supply us with lights. And yeah, everybody's on board with it because it's here as an engagement tool, and we take it to events and shows and car meets and bike meets. And normally, if we turn up in a normal police car, everyone goes, "Police are here," and then they walk off. Whereas when that turns up, everyone wants to come.
They're interested, yeah, of course, yeah. I said we saw the vid that we done with George with the kids at Honington, wasn't it? Is it Honington?
Oh, Cranbrook.
Yeah, fantastic, great. You know, that just shows like even the youngsters, they love it.
Everyone loves it.
How fast does it go off, sir?
Yeah, that's right. Does it fly?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Have you done 180 in it yet? Yeah.
Yeah, but even from the littlest ones right up to older drivers, we get loads of engagement with older drivers.
Yeah.
Not because it's got police written on it, but because it's a Lotus. They love the heritage of
Everybody
the Lotus
knows
brand.
Lotus, they know it.
So they'll come and talk to us about the car, and then we can talk to them about older drivers forum and staying safer longer on the roads. You know, it's like getting their eyes tested and things, because your eyes do deteriorate over the years. You won't notice it.
Cool, we haven't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but people don't. They don't notice it because it's gradual.
Yeah.
So what we're saying to older drivers is, you just go and get your eyes tested.
Yeah.
You know, think about the medication that you're on. Is that likely to affect your driving? And yeah, the car just allows us to talk to people that we wouldn't normally talk to.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, it's just fantastic.
I mean, what I suppose the other thing is what a lot of viewers wouldn't realise is what you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know, what you have to go in and see.
Yeah.
So that's the thing,
at the end of the day, if we paid for the car, it's £90,000. We don't pay for it, fortunately.
Yeah.
But one fatal will cost us in the region of £2.2 million to deal with. That's the cost of the emergency services. So if it saved one life, we'd still be £2.1 million better off.
Yeah.
The problem is you can't quantify that it's saved that life. You'll never know. No. But I think we can safely assume it does. Because, you know, even on the TikToks and things, we've now got, 331,000 followers on TikTok. One video with this can reach way over 1 million in 2 to 3 days. Yeah. But we could never talk to that amount of people by the roadside.
No.
And, you know, the engagement we get on
it has to be done through social media platforms now, isn't it? That's the way that the world's moving.
Well, since we released this, which was, a week or 10 days ago, it's gone up by 20,000 followers.
Yeah. It's great. Isn't it?
And so it just speaks for itself.
Yeah.
All the national media are interested in it, and it's just getting out there. And
well, it's the only one, isn't it?
It's the only
That's
one.
what I said to Laura, but when we were introducing it about that I'm privileged to MOT vehicle. Nobody else, apart from Lotus, if the car was with them, they'd get MOT. But to have, it's a one-off experience to have this car in here for me to MOT. Even the DVSA themselves, the vehicle examiners would be quite interested in seeing this on them. That's interesting doing that. Who else would have the opportunity to do this? They wouldn't, would they?
No,
they wouldn't. So it's a completely.
It's a unique.
It's very, very unique, and it's that's why I thought we cannot not do a video. We cannot take pictures of it. Obviously, we can't with the MOT test. That can't be a video, or whatever. But it's just great.
It's proof of concept that car being here now allows me to get the message to your viewers as well.
Exactly.
And it's just proving the concept.
We're all up for that. I mean, we're all. It's all about engagement, isn't it? It's and hopefully people will take it on board and they'll listen, won't they?
Well, what people don't realise is that on average 4.3 people are killed on the UK roads every day.
Yeah, which
every
again,
day.
Yeah, see these stats that Joe Public wouldn't know, would they?
No,
you know,
28,000 people are killed or seriously injured every year. And it's just horrendous, and we need to get it down.
Yeah. So if that's a small, the car is owned by Lotus, but when you just use that example of £90,000 and what it costs 2.2 million, if that can help in some way. It's
absolutely, but you can't put a financial value on a life.
No,
the devastation to families through people
which
dying.
You have to go and knock on the door, which
we have to go and knock on the door, and nobody wants us knocking on the door with that news.
No, of course they don't. No, it's not.
And we don't want to do it. It's the worst part of the job. By far, it's the worst part of the job for me.
But fantastic. I mean, it's we're gonna 12 months. You're going for? Yeah,
probably a little bit more. I think we'll probably see.
I suppose see how it goes. But there's going to be. So what are we going to be doing with it? Taking it to lots of events. You got lots of events.
Loads of events. And tomorrow we're doing Board Masters. So we've got 2 days of Board Masters, and then Sunday is the changeover from Board Masters to the Ferry Regatta. So we'll be at the Ferry Regatta.
See.
It'll be around.
It'll be great.
Every time it goes to the bike nights. And that's,
because that's quite important. The bikes is. It's that's one of the ones that a lot of fatalities with bikes, and it's all, I guess, speed. A lot of it, and it's
quite a lot of it's speed. Some of it is just anticipation of what's happening in front of you. There are various things. Do you know what the holes are there for?
Yeah, so you can see the tyre tread.
No, and it's not so that it spits gravel out the back either, which it does, as you can see.
You can see, absolutely.
No, it's to release the pressure that builds up inside the wheel arch.
They have them on the front as well, so if you see on a lot of supercars, hypercars, some of the rally cars, even on the front arches, on the front wings, so they do that, like you said, to release the pressure which is obviously being generated inside that arch. So it's all aerodynamics, isn't it?
It's all put there for a reason.
People think it's cosmetic, don't they? It's not. It's actually
that thing on the track is just out of this world.
It's glued, isn't it? Which is what it's for. That is, it's natural habitat. Isn't it?
It's incredible. I mean, it's not quite to the extent that the Exige is, because the Exige is just a track monster.
Yeah, it is, of course it is,
But at least this one gets you to the track in relative comfort, and you can get your golf clubs in the back.
You can, do a track day.
That's what it was designed for.
For the golf,
it was designed so you could get a set of golf clubs in the back.
It's, can you see that, Laura? There's no golf clubs out at the moment, so let's not think that Owen is off playing golf.
Not in there.
No, that's right, he's actually working, all right?
Not a bad space though.
There's plenty of vehicle modification leaflets.
There you are, let's say. Which we can strongly recommend. So, I mean, this is the sort of thing which should be given out at when you go to
it's all the
engage.
stuff that we give out at car meets and things.
Fantastic. So, I think that's enough yapping.
There you go.
Yeah,
you can start remapping it now.
I can start, I suppose we'll put a map on it in there. But apart from that, so, like I say, fantastic. Thanks ever so much to Owen for bringing it down, giving us the opportunity to MOT it, because it is a one-off opportunity, which I've already said, so that's fantastic. You know, brilliant. So
if you pass it, you might get it back next
we
year.
might, yeah, might get it back next year. Yeah, we might have to keep it over 12 months. Yeah, I might do it twice. That's fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, so that's great. So this is purely just, you know, I mean, Owen will have a copy of this as well. But yeah, so the usual thing: like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, comments down below. I'm sure there'll be a few.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, on this one, yeah, for sure. But that's what we like. So yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, and we will catch up with you very soon. So bye bye for now. That's it.